Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. It seems that my disclaimer doesn't want to work today, so we're not going to have a disclaimer. The disclaimer will be that this is a coloring channel for adults, so anybody under the age of 18 feel free to exit the building. Hello Danielle, hello everyone out there in Lurkerland. I appreciate you all coming and visiting me. Welcome to my coloring corner. We are doing a bunch of different things today, so we're just going to jump right on into the conversation. Hello, Nightbot. Hopefully there's other people out there. Hello, Alex. So we have our Fumi paintbrushes here, as well as our Tim Holtz watercolor distress watercolor pencils, and we have Enchanted Fairies. Poet from Poet Spice, Bilbo Poet Spice Coloring has started a buddy color with me in Enchanted Fairies for the month of, to complete throughout the month of January. I'm going to base it with the distressed inks, the distressed watercolor crayons, I should say, instead of the distressed inks. As we converse about different things that are going to be changing on the YouTube channel, as well as on the Facebook and Discord. For all of you out there that are members of my Patreon, in the fairy tier of Patreon, keep an eye out for changes that may be happening in Patreon as well. Hello, Bonnie. Hello, Bob. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, everyone. So, if you missed it, I did a review of the watercolor pencils from Tim Holtz and Ranger yesterday. Make sure you go back and take a look at that. It's actually a really nice set of colors. They move very nicely and can be solidified in place with your Caran d'Ache blender. So a really nice set of watercolor pencils. All right, so the page that Poet and I are going to be buddy coloring is this page here. It's called the Mer Fairy. And I've got to move things around so you can actually see what I'm doing. The pages in this book are very light drawn, so they're difficult to see on the screen. So I've got water here and I don't want to dump it on the book. So I will be zooming in. The Mer Fairy has a little every one of her pages has a little explanation. This one says, Mer Fairy, deep below in unexplored regions of the ocean, you may happen upon a beautiful creature, half mermaid, half fairy. She is very difficult to spot because with her delicate wings and powerful tail, she can move out of sight in an instant. Here we have a glimpse of the mysterious beauty relaxing and playing with her companions, the sea horses, who themselves are also equipped with fairy wings. Now, I looked really hard at this page and I did not see any sea horses, quote unquote, but there are these wonderful fish that have fairy wings, and I think that's what the artist was calling sea horses. An absolutely beautiful book. It does have some really good paper in it as well. So, yeah. So this should be interesting. um, I want to keep you zoomed out so that I can do some of the background, but I also want you to be able to see the colors and that sort of thing. So I'm not quite sure how to do this. I will be going over this with colored pencil for the main part. So the Mer Fairy will be done in colored pencil on top of the watercolor. So, all right. So in the YouTube channel, we have some changes going through the channel in the next year. One of those changes is there will be no more deals of the day on the community tab. I will still be doing the coupons. I'm trying to open these. So the coupons will stay there. I will go through those daily and update them, but I won't be doing the deals of the day any longer. I will be going through as I use products and as products come into the channel. I will be using the place of the deals of the day to upload information on what I've used as well as different discounts or anything that is going on with those. I'm going to use cracked pistachio first. And I'm just going to fill the edges and I'm going to drag that color in. So I'm going to fill in those areas that I want that color to be deeper in. And then we're going to drag that color into those areas that we don't want it to be as deep in. Like other areas that are have drawings on them. So we're going to do all of the empty spaces in full color, full coverage. And then we're going to draw that into the spaces that are drawn on, if that makes sense. Words are not my friend today. So that is the first change for the channel, is that deals of the day will not be happening anymore. I just found that it was a really time-consuming effort, and it doesn't get utilized. So I think that the information on each set or each product I use might get utilized a little bit more because there's going to be, more information. I'll link the review pages to them or pages that I've used the product in. Those will all be linked to those pages. So hopefully that will be more helpful than the deals of the day. Thank you. Yes, they are very pretty colors, and you probably can't see a darn thing that I've got going on there, so I'm going to zoom you in, even though you're not going to be able to see a whole lot once I activate it, because it's going to lighten it. I'm going to make that a little bit brighter as well, just so that you can actually see what's going on. So as you can see here, I've got a really light layer of this color on here. We're going to build that color up as well. We're going to add some darker colors just to build that color up, especially around the edges of things. Now you can add color before activating or after activating. I'm going to do it after activating. And I've lost, oh, there it is. Okay, so I have a pencil sharpener here. I have Mr. Pen, and I'm just going to do a quick run through. There's a coating on these that does make it not as vibrant, so you need to sharpen that off. And I thought I had sharpened it off, but I don't think I sharpened enough of it off. Now with watercolor, of course, you don't have to be exact. You can go and leave areas on, like white spot and all that fun stuff, without a good amount of color on them because you're just going to be dragging that color over into them anyway. So, am I out of frame already? Oh, thank you, Shannon, and good morning, Shannon. And that's why I didn't want to zoom in. Hold on a sec. I'm going to go up. So let's go up, 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 because we're going to be coloring up here more. There. I hope that's better. Hopefully that's better. But this color is a very pale green blue. So we'll be adding a little bit more of the ocean color in there as well. So it's called Salty Ocean. And it's got more of a blue hint to it as well. So we'll be adding that to this color. Nice. So how many books do you think you'll get through this year, Alex and Shannon? Because you guys read physical books, and I got through one. It wasn't a very long one. I read the Chronicles. So that is the first change that's going to be happening to the channel. I have an issue with time management. So one of my problems is I'm not managing my time very well, and I'm finding that I'm running out of time for things that I want to do, and ending up only doing things that I need to do. So that's one of the reasons why we're having some changes on the channel as well as on other social medias that I manage and am ownership of. Another reason for the changes, especially on Discord, is that it's not being utilized enough, and I think it's because there was a time period where not a lot of people were coming in, and I would like to remedy that. So on the Discord, I am going to be doing a specific day. I'm not sure what that day will be yet. I still have to go through and figure out timing and stuff like that. But there will be a specific day, and I will announce it on Discord that I will have a guaranteed time slot where people will be in the chat room, so that people can hang out, ask questions, talk about everything and anything, and just basically, socialize with people in the community. So that's the change that's going to be on the Discord. I'm going to be there off and on anyway. I'm not going to stop going to the Discord except for that day. It's just that day is going to be a guaranteed day, where the others is more of if I have some time and that sort of thing. I will be in there more and more as I'm able to start managing my time a little bit better. But I have issues with time management. Nice. You're both doing so good. And I am definitely going to zoom this back out because I am not staying in So I'm just going to zoom it out to there so I can actually stay in frame because I get to talking and not paying attention of where my frame is on my video. So that's the change that's going to be happening with Discord. Another change that's happening on the channel, again, it's an issue with time management and making sure that I have time to do all of the things that I need to do in my life. Nice, 50 books, 100 books, my goodness. See, I would not have time to do that because my time management sucks. But basically what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be buying or using a daily planner, and basically budgeting my time to make sure that I get the things done I need to get done and want to get done, as well as budgeting time for my own self-care. So I have certain things that are wrong with me, and I am not taking care of them as well as I should because I have no time management. And then I get frustrated with myself and go into a depression, and then nothing gets done. So it's better for me, for my own mental stability and my own emotional stability, to have that time management figured out. So that's what I will be doing for at least the first part of the year, is figuring out the best way to manage that time so that I don't burn out, so that I don't get to a point where I just don't want to do anything. So that is one of the reasons why there's going to be some changes. Um, so I talked about that. So because of time management stuff and that sort of thing, after the first couple of weeks, when I get a firmer understanding of what kind of time I have and what kind of time I'm going into deficit with, will determine whether or not the Wednesday stream will be canceled. Um, and instead of doing a Wednesday stream, doing a work in progress video showing you the coloring of the week, getting finished up and getting some progress on it. So there may no longer be a Wednesday video. There will still be, of course, the Saturday morning video and the Monday night video live streams. Yeah. So those are some of the changes that are coming. I've got more written down here. But that's the major one, is the factor of um, Wednesday, and I will definitely let you know if that ends up being the case. I will be having more doctor's appointments and that sort of thing in the next year, so those have to take priority. So if I do have a lot of doctor's appointments, I may not have the ability physically or mentally to. Oh, I found a seahorse. See? I told you. I knew there was one in there somewhere. Oh, see? And the thing with this book is you have to look at it really closely in small sections and to see what is there. And the more I look at it, the more I see. Because I just found all the little seahorses playing on the side here that I couldn't find when I was looking at it from a distance. So what's next? What's next? The Artist of the Month. Last year and the year before, I did Artist of the Month. This year, we're not going to be doing Artist of the Month. This year, we will be doing, we will be coloring different artists from the books that I already have that I haven't colored in. So basically, we're going to be coloring artists from my collection of books that have not gotten the love they deserve yet. So I will be choosing pages from books that I have not colored in yet uh, for the weekly colorings. So there's not going to be a specific artist of the month. All right, going in with the salvaged patina on top of the cracked pistachio. And then we'll go in with the salty ocean on the very edges. And build that color up, and then we'll attack it with some water. I am a little bit afraid of how this paper is going to handle the water, so I am a little leery of that. So hopefully it doesn't get too bad. Absolutely. Well, it's not only just my mental health, it's my physical health as well. And if I'm really bad at making sure that I'm taken care of, so that's one of the things that I've got to start doing is taking care of myself as well as everyone else. And in order to do that, I have to have a little bit more control over the time I'm spending with things. Like cleaning the house needs to be done, and videos need to be done. You know, it's just getting a little out of control on the amount of things that I have put on my own plate, and some of the things just for my own health are being sacrificed, and we can't have that. So that's the main reason for the change is I've got to take care of myself a little bit better. Oh, I think Miss Della forgot that it's stream day. Hey dear, can you answer this and tell Della I'm streaming? Hopefully you guys can hear me. No, no. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got to fix something. It seems that only members can chat. I was wondering where everybody was. Oh, okay, hold on. Hold on 1 sec. And Della was calling to tell me that for some reason it was members only chat. So I'm just going to fix that. I am really sorry, guys. That's crazy. No wonder why the only people that are talking are my mods. Sorry. I don't know why it went members only. I know that I set it for um, I must have clicked on the wrong thing. Yeah, I clicked on the wrong thing. It should be subscribers only, not members only. No, but you're a mod. Mods get sorry guys. And hello everybody. I'm really sorry. Oy oy oy. No, but you're a mod, so you get to chat even if you're not a member. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Della. Technical difficulties. And this is why I need time management because obviously I was rushing through to get that done and did not look where I was clicking. Hello, Mama Mona. Sorry, guys. That was my bad. You're not a member on the um, channel here. You're a member of the Patreon. So there's a difference. That's why. I opened membership for people that didn't want to deal with Patreon uh, in a and still support the channel in a small way. So there's a membership tier here as well as on Patreon. But the membership here is just the Pixies, which is a little a small bit that gives you the ability to have the tag and show that you are a supporter of the channel. It was nice and quiet. Yeah, I don't know. Um, Craziness. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, I tried to transfer membership from Patreon over to so that Patreon members would get a tag, but they wouldn't let me do it. They said no. So I'm just going around her in the water areas through her hair and stuff like that with the Savaged Patina here. Just putting that a little bit darker. And back through here as well. So the reason why I chose to do this during the stream where I'm discussing things is because it's not very interesting or fun to watch, I guess. It's relaxing because it's all the same color, but it's harder to see these colors. They're a little bit light, so. Thank you so much for letting me know, Della. There's, I would have gone through the whole stream that way if you didn't. Hello, Topeka. Hello, B. I haven't done too many. One of the main ones is that the deals of the day will be no longer on the community tab. Instead, it will be different products that I utilize throughout the year. As I use them, I will add to the list. So there won't be a new list posted every day. It will just be a continuation of the list that's already there. The daily coupons, will still be updated daily, but I won't be reposting that list. So unless it gets messy, and then I'll repost it. I've had a lot of complaints about the amount of times I post these things, so um, it's made me a little nervous in, you know, posting too many things. So I have stepped back from reposting the deals and the coupons every day. Instead, I just post them and then add to them as they change. Hello, Catherine. uh, well, that's always a possibility too. Thank you, Mona, for letting Shannon know, because she would have hollered at me. If you can't get a hold of me, but have the ability to get a hold of Shannon, if there's something wrong with the stream, definitely do so, because she will let me know. Another thing that may be changing after I start figuring out a little bit more on my time management is whether or not the Wednesday stream will continue to be a thing. It may just become an upload of work in progresses. But I have to look at the time that I have to work with. So I still haven't got my journal yet, my planner. I did order one. It just hasn't come in yet. Hello, Yana. And hello, everyone that's been forced into lurker land. I appreciate you all, and I appreciate that you stayed, um, even being forced into lurking. That was completely unintentional, and I apologize. I ordered it's a daily list, so it's more of a to-do list type of thing, so that I can do a daily tally of what I need to get done and what I want to get done. But as soon as I ordered it, it decided, nope, we're sold out of those, so now you gotta wait. So I might go back through and order a new one. There's some on my coupons, that I've been looking at. This one was on one of the deal coupons, but they sold out very quickly because they were like 50% off. So, okay, so this wave of water here, I'm going to do darker and up under here as well. I just need something that I can use daily and pick up and physically see. Bob said that we, of course, have many different digital ones available to us, but I need something that I can actually pick up and physically sit down and say, I need to do this and I need to do that, and I want to do this and I want to do that. The digital ones I just end up ignoring too easily. Hello, Marilyn. Um, hmm. You could either do that, or if that scares you, because that would scare the heck out of me doing that, you could also use a workable fixative. Just spray it down with a workable fixative, which will give you some texture instead of it being so slick. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Um, and I'm finding that I'm not having enough time to do everything, and I'm losing time doing things that I enjoy doing. And then I get frustrated and irritated because nothing's getting done because I've hit a depression and am sitting on my tuchus not doing anything. So I have to figure it out. And the best way for me to figure it out is to budget it. I'm really good with budgets. So if I can budget my time, then I will tend to stick to that a little bit better. It's just getting the budget done. Another thing, if you missed it, Discord will be having a specific date where I'm guaranteed to be hanging out in there. Um, so that if you want to come and ask questions, chat, all that sort of thing, everybody's welcome and that sort of thing. So stay tuned for that. I haven't quite figured out the best day for that yet. I'm going to put a little bit more up in here. I'm really nervous on how this paper is going to take the water, so I'm stalling. All right, so now I want Mermaid Lagoon, I think is going to be the next one. I think cracked pistachio isn't supposed to be there. Yeah, exactly. I need a paper and pen. My husband prefers the digital. I need a paper and pen. Just sharpening off the buildup. So as you could probably see, there's a difference between here and here. This has got the coating on it. This I just sharpened the coating off of it. All right, so we're going to use the Mermaid Lagoon just on the edges and areas that we want that shadow to be a little tiny bit brighter and deeper, a little bit darker. I was going to use the Salty Ocean, but it's a little bit too dark for what I want it for. And we'll be drawing this into the other colors, but I don't want it to take it over, so just using very minimal amount on the edge. Nice! It's always fun when you have the gift cards waiting for you in there, where you can go, what do I want? Another thing that is going to be happening on the channel is um, I am going to try for a no buy or a very slow buy this year. Preferably the no buy. I really want to make it an entire year without buying anything. Last year I failed miserably supporting a local um, art store. And I must say she had some really good deals. So I don't feel bad for it. I feel bad because I failed at what I had set out to do. So it may not be a no buy, but a slow buy, where I actually, don't buy everything I see and want, just some things that really call to me. You know. Um, oh, sorry. The question was um, what kind of thing I had, what kind of planner I had purchased, and I haven't really purchased one yet. It was the one I purchased is sold out, so it's waiting to be shipped. So it's just a pad of notes, budget things. And the other question was, would it be best to sand something that is really smooth or something else? And I feel that it would be good to use workable fixative on it. Nope, not today. I know I probably will not make it again, but that's why it's not going to be a no buy. It's going to be a slow buy. Just that, just saying. Um, what else was I going to say? Uh, Another thing is there will not be any specific artist of the month. Uh, I will be going through some of the uh, books that I have not yet colored in, and I will be going through those this year and making sure that I get at least one or two pages colored in at least each artist, if not each book. I have some that are neglected. They need to be unneglected. Yeah. Yeah, and I ignore every single one of them. I have one for my tablet. I have one for my computer, and I ignore all of them. So I need something, I think just for myself, I need something physically in my hand, instead of an app or a computer reminder system. I'm really, really bad with ignoring those sorts of things. All right. Who's ready to see how well this paper takes water? Just a couple of more little areas with the darker blue, and then we'll see how well this paper takes water. I have my heat gun here so that I can dry the page quickly so that it won't warp as bad. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our smallest brush, which is the number 4, and we're going to get into the details a little bit. That's a little bit too fine, I think. Let me get some. Well, you need them, Tabika, you need them. This book's pages or drawings are quite fine. The lines are really fine and really light, so you will need your glasses to. That's better. So I switched to the number 8, which gives me a better coverage so that I'm activating more of it and spreading it more instead of missing areas. Yeah. So far, the paper seems to be taking the water quite well. It's not peeling up or anything. I'm not getting any pilling or any um, staggering in the paintbrush going across it. It's going across it really smooth. It's actually taking the water very nicely. Not worried about getting any over onto any of the blue over onto the other areas because we're going to have a little bit of that blue show up in the other areas anyway because she's underwater. Take a little bit off there. And any of the really large areas like the important areas we're going to be coloring over with colored pencil as well. So that will just blend into it. I'm going to take the heat gun, so I'm going to mute for a quick second. Hello, Tribe Nation. Happy New Year's. Okay, I will be right back. All right. So it started to crinkle a little bit here, so that's why I went with the heat gun to dry it out, just to keep the crinkle down to a minimum. I don't mind the crinkle, but I don't want to completely have to be coloring on the page sideways. I like the feel of the crinkly page though. It makes me feel like I've done something to it, yeah. So this book, if you have looked at this book and you are thinking about coloring in it, it does take watercolor really well. Just saying. I do have a page of cardstock behind the behind the page, I mean, so that if the water does go through or anything like that, it's not going to ruin the page on the other side. The worded page on the other side of this one, not a big deal, but the pictured page on the other side, I want to protect that. All right, now I'm going to finish activating this, and then we'll move on to, actually really liking the way that this is looking with the paint, with the watercolor. So the next area that we're going to do is down on the sand. So I'm going to zoom you down there after I dry this out. So I'm going to mute again just for a moment while I dry this out, and then I'll move down to the sand area. All right. And then we'll move on to the next point of changes. I already did that one. I did that one. As you probably figured out, I have figured out shorts. I am sorry if I'm driving people crazy with them, but they are going to continue. I'm not going to be stopping those. Those will continue on a series basis. So if I have a series of different little videos that all go together as one, those little videos will be uploaded daily in a little series. So that is another one of those little changes. And I think I want that one out of number 3. I'm missing a set. There it is. So we'll use Wild Honey out of set number 3. First of all, for the base of our sand area. I'm making a mess over here. I got little pencils everywhere. It's just bad. Where did my sharpener go? Yeah, there are many, many different options available. There's just, like I said, my issue is I need something that I can hold in my hand so that I don't just ignore things. All right, so I'm going to assume that this is sand area here. Because her hand is on it just like it is here. Yep. Yeah. Sometimes the house gets busy, especially around the holidays. Oh, Mr. Choo Choo says hello. Oh, yay. I'm glad you got your new glasses, Topeka. I hope they help. Hopefully everybody can see what I'm doing. If I do an artist of the month, it will be for specialized things. Like if one of my favorite artists is putting out a new book, something like that, I might do artist of a specialized stream set of that artist. The pencils and other media that will be utilized throughout the year will be chosen on a stream by stream basis, trying to use as many different pencil sets and marker sets and stuff like that that didn't get used last year because we did have a lot left in the cauldron. So I will be trying to utilize as many of those as possible in the new year. What else? Where did my book go? Oh no, I've completely lost the book that I had all of this stuff written down in. Oh, that's weird. Where'd it go? It walked off. It just said, nope, we're done talking about this stuff now. I'm leaving. There it is. Yeah, exactly. Yep, I have that issue too. And I still forget, but so reviews will no longer have their own day where usually I try to save all the reviews for Friday. I'm not doing that anymore. I want to play with my stuff when it gets here. So I will be doing reviews as they come in. Um, so stay tuned for those. Again, like I said, I don't want to wait until the end of the week because, the excitement's gone at that point, and I want it to be an exciting time. And I want to play with my stuff when it gets here. I want to put it aside and say, okay, I gotta do work on that first. So instead, I will be doing reviews as they come in. If it is a new set of pencils or something like that, I will swatch them on a blank swatch and then make a proper swatch later and upload that as I get those done. Um, I will be working on completing my swatch book this year, hopefully. I do have a lot of it done, but I am hoping to get that completed this year. If I get that completed, I may put it up for sale. I'm not absolutely positive on that yet. There are some swatches in swatch books that are the lesser expensive pencils that do change more often than not from one year to the next. So depending upon when you purchase them will depend on whether or not they match my swatch charts. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying is they should be slowed down unless unless a company sends me something or on birthdays and that sort of thing if I receive gifts and unless something goes on sale that I absolutely must have and it's finally at a price where I want to actually spend money on it. Um, there are some things that I just the price of them is so much at the point that I want it that I won't buy it because it's just too expensive. Like the Caran d'Ache museums, I find that they are really expensive for something that I don't use a lot of. Um, so it's kind of one of those things where I really want them, but I can't justify them at the price that they're at. And I don't want them to go to waste because I don't do as many watery colory things as other people, if that makes sense. So I'm just going right over top of the pebbles and everything else. And we'll come through with colored pencil and adjust the colors of those. Not going to go over top of the coral or the seaweed or anything like that, just the sandy areas. I really want them, but there's just no way to justify that price for something that I'm going to use less often than things that I've already got. So the price of these were way more adjustable. Hello, Sue. All right, where did I put that? All right, so now we're going to go in with walnut stain is the one I want. And maybe vintage photo. Yeah, let's go in with vintage photo. There we go. One thing that will be added to the channel upon popular request is a beginner's tutorial um, of how I started and what I've done to build um, and what I've learned throughout the years to build my coloring experience, I guess. I I am going to put the disclaimer out there that I am not a professional. I am not an artist in any way, shape, or form other than a colorist. I do not draw. I do not, do any of those other things. I do color. I'm getting better with it as I go along. So, and I have had people ask me to show them how I do things. So I will be doing that. And those will be proper size videos. Those won't be shorts unless it's quite minuscule in what I need to show. Absolutely. That is definitely not offensive whatsoever, ever, Catherine. Even heavily used pencils get love. No, absolutely. Absolutely, Catherine. I would not be offended whatsoever. Yeah, exactly. No, no, I understood that. Yeah, no, absolutely. If it's a set of pencils that I haven't found or don't have, or even ones that I do have, gifts are always wonderful. I enjoy gifts. And gently used or not, they're pencils. They need love. Oh, that is awesome, Bonnie. I really like that. Um, there was another thing. Let me see. Yeah, I've already gone over the fact that we're not going to do the cauldron this year. It did point out to me that I have a lot of pencils. So instead, I will be going through the cauldron and picking ones that I think will work well in whatever book we're working in or whatever PDF we're working on and utilizing them for the stream. So it will be done on a stream to stream basis, not um, per month or whatever. I will be following Shannon's prompts. So if you follow Shannon, and if you don't, get to it. Um, she does a letter prompt every month as well as a color prompt. So I will be following those. So there may be a stream or two where I say, okay, we're going to be doing this because I need to do one for Shannon's prompt. Just saying. Ooh, yes, please. That, Catherine, that's awesome. You don't need to do that, but I will be happy to give them a loving home. My goodness, Catherine, you really don't have to do that. That is beyond generous. You're going to make me cry. I'm not going to get emotional. I'm not going to get emotional. All right. So as you can tell, we're putting in the shadowy areas. That would be awesome. You know that I'm a foster failure, right? Just saying. I am a complete foster failure when it comes to things and animals and, that sort. Good morning, Callie. uh, the tears are of joy of the concept that somebody would think enough of me to part with such a beautiful thing and think about sending them to me. That's where my tears come from. Like, I feel so blessed with that. With wonderful people in this community that enjoy the products and enjoy sharing them as much as we all do. And I have tried them. Alex has a small set, and she brought them over once, and I got to play with them a little bit. And they are really nice. They're really smooth. I stopped playing with them because otherwise I would have probably used up her whole pencil. And now that I've got a little bit of color on the page, I can actually see more of the page itself, which is awesome. And I knew that was going to happen. That's one of the reasons why this book was not put in the send back pile, because I knew once we started adding color to it and enhancing that landscape that we would be able to see more of the details. It's just really intimidating when you look at it to begin with. Kind of like Kirby's books to me. They're very intimidating to me to just quickly glance at a page and say I want to color that page. I find it really intimidating. Ah, don't you love it when sharing is caring? I don't know what is going to be colored anytime, so that's one of the reasons why we're going to do the purge on Monday. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. Alex will be coming over and she will be helping me in a live stream on Monday. I'm probably going to start the live stream a lot earlier than I normally do, just so that we can get through things. This is a purge, not a destash, so I won't be sending these to anybody. I can't afford the shipping to send them to everyone. So these will be going, any ones that are going to be purged out of the corner will be donated to old age homes and schools. So just want to point that out there, that this is not classified as a destash because I will be purging them and donating them. Okay, so we've got those colors down. We're going to activate those now. To be colored. TBC is to be colored. Um, there it is. I lost my brush. Thank you, Bonnie. The post office here is quite a stickler for the definitions of things, and our postmaster does not define a coloring book as a media, so because it states in the bylaws of it, on the rules of that postage thing, that it cannot be a magazine. And I guess coloring books are classified as a magazine. Yeah, and I've got so many contacts with the senior citizen homes in the area, as well as the public schools and the special needs classes and that sort of thing, that I feel that they would be better benefited from that purge. So. And right now, I think a lot of the things that are going to be purged are going to be fairly inexpensive ones. I still have not brought myself to convince myself to get rid of some of my more expensive books, so just saying. I have this thing. I like my stuff. But I am finding that there are some things where I look at them to color and go, yeah, no, a lot. And those are the ones that are definitely going to have to be purged out. I'm always a little bit afraid that if I purge those out, suddenly there's going to be something in there that I shouldn't have purged out. But if that happens, that happens. Not a big deal. I'm going to blow dry this, so I'm going to dry it with the heat gun. So I'm going to mute for just a second. Nope. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Okay. I think the Caran d'Ache aquarels only go up to 76. I don't think I've seen 100 of the aquarels, but I may be wrong. I have not full knowledge of that because I've been going, maybe, maybe not, maybe, maybe not. But I'm not positive on that. That's what I thought. The museums, that is. I have been pining over them for a very long time, but $300 is just too much for me for right now. Yeah, Lumis go up to 100. I didn't even ask if you guys wanted to see me activate this, so sorry. There we got the ocean floor done. Going to blow dry that again. Yeah, they do. Absolutely. I get mixed up all the time with them, so. Yeah, the favorite gel pens, the ones that I really enjoy, I have so many different ones, but the Tan Mint are a really good set as Tribe Nation. I may have to iron it to flatten it down a little bit. I have so many too. Absolutely, Sue. No problem at all. Um, so next, next. Yeah, definitely sending those off to old folks' homes and schools is a wonderful way to encourage and fulfill the needs of others with something that you're not going to use. So those are pretty much all of the changes that will be done to the channel. On Facebook, we have a change that is going to be coming and starting on the 1st. If you are in my Facebook group, you know that we do a monthly challenge every month, and the winner of that challenge gets their picture on the uh, banner of the group every month. And we're not going to do that anymore. The participation level of that is pretty low. So instead, every 2 weeks, I'm going to have myself and my mods go through the colored pages, the ones that are submitted to the basic part of the groups, And we will go through and choose ones to be our banner for the month. All right, so I'm going to start doing her skin tone here, and we're going to use these ones. I'm going to use that one. No, I want this one. Yeah. uh, the first ones that I had in all of those was the polychromos. Those were one of my first artist grade sets. So I'm using Tattered Rose for the under of her skin tone. This is going to be a very light skin tone, and I will be going over it with colored pencils as well. This is just our base color. They are very light. They are a watercolor pencil. They are the Tim Holtz Distress watercolor pencils. So they are very light once they start, once you start activating especially. So they are just our base coat. This is what we're basing this page with. Like I said, I will be going over it with colored pencils and brightening things up, but this is just our base color. And the light may be hitting the page in a certain way too, so. But they are fairly light. They work great for basing a page though. They get washed out a little bit with the water. They actually dissolve very nicely with the water, which is fantastic. There are some watercolor, woodless watercolor media that don't do well. The watercolor crayons I found from Tim Holtz were not something that I enjoyed using. I had one or two and I literally threw them in the garbage. They were horrible. And that was when I first started, working with multimedia, and I just couldn't get them to do anything that I wanted them to do. Even watching video after video of how beautiful they looked, I couldn't get them to do that. So I said, nope, I'm done. I'm not going to get frustrated or angry over something that I only have one or two of. Nice. Now her fingers are webbed, so I'm not going to color that pink. We'll color that webbing a different color later. Probably similar color to her tail and wings. No, Tiffany, I am using something called Distress Watercolor Pencils. They are done by Ranger and Tim Holtz. It is a watercolor that is being used. All right, so we're going to add a little bit of pickled raspberry. Just a little bit, just to give that a little bit of coloration there, where there's a separation between our areas. And a shadow. And then we're going to activate that. Uh, I have the Artisto colored pencils, the regular ones. Um, Danielle. Yes, I have used oil pastel pencils in my coloring. I do use them for backgrounds, and Shannon has showed me that you can use a brush with them, which has made a lot of change when it comes to using them for backgrounds and that sort of thing. I've actually used the paper stumps normally, and I do prefer certain ones for coloring with. There are some that are just terrible to color with. There are some that work just beautifully, like the not Daniel Smith, the Paul Rubin oil pastels work wonderfully for coloring with. And you can use a brush or you can use a paper stump. For finer details, I like to use paper stumps. So. You can do it, Angela, absolutely. But there are definitely some out there that are difficult to color with. But once you know how to use them, it works pretty good. Okay, so that is very light, and I know it's very light, and you probably can't see it very well. And I should have muted, but I didn't. Sorry. I forgot. Thank you, Dawn, and hello. Welcome, welcome. And I've already talked about the change in Discord. So yeah. So the banner for Facebook will be chosen every 2 weeks, just from the people who put in their pictures to the regular postings. So it's not going to be a special post. It's not going to be a special album. It's just going to be whoever posts. And we will go through those pictures and choose one every 2 weeks for the banner, like most groups do. Oh, nice. Awesome, Dawn. That's always fun. All right. So, what do we have left to do here? Let's do her tail. We're going to do her tail. What do you think? What color should we do her tail? Here are our colors. Well, Angela, if you're ever in the area, you have my address. For a beginner, I would definitely suggest the flow woods are really nice. I really like the flow woods. Um, and if you have a Michaels or a Hobby Lobby, I think it's Michaels. The true ones that they have are quite nice once you activate them. But if you go through life like me, thinking that they are colored pencils without activating them, they're not going to be very nice. Now this is just going to be for the base coat, so I think, hmm. So Tiffany, those are the two brands. The Flowwood brand is one of the very larger sets that I have um, that are very vibrant and they break down really nicely. They don't have that hard edge when you break them down, which is one of those things that I really like. So I think we're going to do her tail in purple. So we'll do her tail in purple because I'm going to do the fish in orange. So I'm going to grab Villainous Potion as our base color, and then we will build from there. Well, if you put in Artex oil pastels. Yeah, search for them through Artex. They may have just rebranded. That's not that's not cool. You better find them, Shannon. I'm not happy with that. Now I'm not going to go around each scale because that would be craziness and I'm not that crazy. But I will, with my colored pencils, bring each scale some color. And with the way that this is accepting the watercolor, I may even get some of my sparkly paint and add some glitter to her tail. I have not tried the Color watercolors. I'm not a huge watercolor person. They're not one of those things that I gravitate towards. I do have some things that I really enjoy using for watercolor, like the Neo Color 2s, things like that. I don't complete an entire page mostly with watercolor very often. I do have a month a year that I do a lot of watercolors, and that's in February. But other than that, I don't gravitate a lot towards the watercolory stuff, if that makes sense. I do have a few different sets. I have the Flowwood ones because I had a really good deal on them. I've got the Sunny crayons, the Neocolor 2s, a small set of those, the Inktense, um, and a small set of no-name brand ones, and the small set of the Michaels brand ones that I got when I very first started coloring that I didn't know were watercolor pencils. Hello, Noelle. The Supras. I don't know if they are. I don't have those either, so I don't know what their budget level is on them. Yes, I do have the King Art gel sticks. I really like those too. I use those mostly dry, so um, I do when I need to. I use my neons more in highlights and that sort of thing while I'm coloring. I don't use them as neons per se. I use them more as an addition to the color that I'm using. Same with metallics. I have several sets of metallic colored pencils, and I use them more for accent to the color that I'm using. So again, this is just the base coat. This is not going to be the completed color. We are going to go from this color to other colors with colored pencil and probably some glittery paint on top of the colored pencil. So I've got some really glittery acrylic paint that I'll put over top of the areas. So this is just the base coat. So if it looks a little messy, don't worry, it will get cleaned up. All right, so there's her tail. Yes, the King Art gel sticks are great. I love my King Art gel sticks. I also have the Faber-Castell gel type sticks, and I'm not as fond as I am with those as I am with the King Art gel sticks, just saying. The next one I'm going to use is a little bit of the Seedless Preserve. Now this is more of a red violet. Yeah, I've never used them, so I don't know. Shannon, could you give some information about them? Like I said, that is one of those things that I don't gravitate towards, so I don't purchase unless it's a really good deal or unless I really enjoyed watching somebody use them. So. Now I'm not going to fully coat everything with this color because I'm going to just pull it into those larger areas. The page is doing okay. It's crinkling a little bit, but I didn't dry the body of the tail yet, so there's that. I just put my hand in. And I think that should be actually blue there. It's got a little bit of purple, but I think I'm going to put a little bit of blue in there too, because I think that comes out this way and then is purple. All right. I probably just messed that up, but oh well. Happy accidents, people. Happy accidents. Never a mess up, just happy accidents. And come out through here as well. And basically all we're doing today is we're just doing the base coat. On Monday, we'll be coming through with the colored pencils and doing some of the detail work. Now this buddy color is for the entirety of the month, so it won't be something that I will continue doing every single time. Yeah, I can't color on a tablet. I have tried, it just doesn't work for me. So I'm just going to drag that into the rest of the areas so that it's lighter. I'm going to need my thinner brush here to get into those details. So I'm going to take this and dry it off. Then we're going to take the thinner brush. Now the thinner brush doesn't hold as much water, but getting into those details is a lot easier than trying to stay in the lines with a thicker brush. And once we get to a thicker area, then we can go back to our thicker brush. Yes, I will be going back over it after I get the colored pencil through it with a little bit of the aquatic color, a little bit of the watercolor, but we got to get the colored pencil on top of it first and get those details filled in first. All right. Concentration mode, sorry. Concentration mode activated. All right. So there we have her tail. I'm going to blend this down into it a little bit. I want to take that. Actually, I'm going to scribble this on the palette here and pick it up with the brush and bring that down into the purple here. Like so. Pick up some of the purple as well. And then we're going to dry that. Okay. Tiffany, one of the things about art is you will find that a lot of colorists and artists alike have the same opinions of there are really no mistakes, just happy accidents and lessons to be learned, as well as possibly even a new thing to come out of it, new way to color something or a new um, new purpose for something. I'm going to come down between her fingers with a little bit of that villainous purple, or villainous, yeah, villainous potion is the word. These are fish here, so those are all fish, and this is all tail. Just have fun, exactly. Yep, and color and have fun. That's why the motto of the channel is relax, color, and stay safe. The relax is you don't need to be perfect. Nobody is. Nobody ever wants to be. Um, Coloring is something that is supposed to de-stress and enjoy. And of course, staying safe is with all of the things going on in the world today, everybody needs to have that gentle reminder to stay as safe as possible. And there we are with the purple on the between the fingers. Hello, Courtney. Welcome, welcome. Um, I always start in the center of the page. Different people have different places to start. If I am doing watercolor base, 9 times out of 10 I will start on the background. The colors I choose are based on colors of things that I know they are. Earlier on in my color journey, Tiffany, I used to use a color wheel um, to make sure that the colors I was using were going to work together and make a fairly nice picture. And that is basically, basically I just color things the colors I want them to be. I'm using the Villainous Purple in her hair in just little areas. And then we're going to also come through and we're going to add that other tail color in here as well. And then I think we're going to be at time. So I'm just going to do a small area so you know what it looks like. And I will complete the watercolor part off screen. And then tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on Monday, we will be doing the purge. And then on Wednesday, we will continue this. Monday's stream will be earlier and go longer than a regular Monday stream. So make sure you remember that it will be a little bit earlier. So keep an eye out for that notification if you want to join us for that. And basically what I'm going to be purging through is all of I want to go through all my coloring books and purge the ones that I don't color in and don't feel that I will ever color in. And start pulling out some of the ones that I have neglected that really need to be colored in. So that is what we'll be doing on a Monday. So I'm just going to do this one section of her hair. Probably about 200 or 300. I'm not quite sure. I have a lot of them that I need to look at because I do have some that are converted into or purchased also in PDF format. So some of those I need to look at and see if I have in PDF and purge out. I do have a lot of Selena Finesh's books in PDF format as well as physical format, so I can purge some of hers out. Things like that. I have some books that I'll never color in and have lost the full desire to color in them. If that makes sense to anybody. My brain is going, but they're mine. my one side of my brain is going, but they're mine. The other side of my brain is going, yeah, but you're not using them. Let's give them to somebody who's going to use them. I have children fighting in my brain at the moment. Absolutely, I do, Tiffany. Absolutely. I follow Color and Craft with Shani Blue. She is one of my moderators, but she is also a YouTube colorist. I follow Chris Chang. I follow Color with Sammy. I follow Amazon Tammy. I follow a lot of different YouTube colorists. Emily Illustrator. Um, I follow quite a few. And that's basically how I learned how to color to start with, was following different YouTubers. I learn a lot from my fellow YouTubers and the community that I'm in. True Hugh, yep. Yeah, you can also get color palettes from Pinterest or Radu Frazi has a free book of color palettes um, that he has on his website that you can download that will help you with choosing colors as well. The Color Cube is another one of those ones that will help. They have a website as well as an app if you prefer apps. You know, there is a lot of different ways. Coloring Bliss, yeah. Yeah, I don't follow her as much. I find that I have um, there's only so many hours in the day, unfortunately. So I can't follow everybody that I used to follow, but there are some that pop up on my feed, so I go and watch, but I don't follow her as closely as I used to. That's the words I'm looking for. I still have her on my follow list. I just don't follow her as closely as I used to. Yeah, another one that I don't follow as closely as I used to, but I still follow. Okay, so I'm going to zoom it out and then we'll go quickly over the things that we talked about on what is changing in our streams. And hopefully you can see the detail a little bit better now that there's some color on it. This was done, this is the background and the base coating of this page with the Tim Holtz Woodless watercolor pencils by Ranger Ink. They are a woodless colored pencil that you can add water to and turn into a watercoloring. Yeah, also great. Yeah. You need to come and visit, Angela. Then you can go through things and see what you like best. Especially with like things like um, oil pastels and stuff like that that you're really on the fence about. More than likely, I have it. Just saying. And I would love for you to come down and have a cup of coffee with me. I'm just saying. All right, guys. With that, um, the changes to the channel are going to be that we will no longer have the deals of the day on our community tab. Instead, I will be listing the different things that I've used on the channel as I use them. I will be connecting those with a link to both the product on Amazon as well as the product review on my YouTube channel. So if you see something that you like but you want a little bit more information, check out the community tab. If I've used it recently, there is going to be a link. Um, we will not be doing the cauldron anymore. That is going to be over. I will be coloring and following Shani's Shani Blue's prompts of the month. So throughout the month, there may be one or two streams that will show up as a prompt stream. Um, Wednesday, we're going to keep an eye on time management and see if Wednesday needs to be cut out of the streaming. So Wednesday will be possibly turned into a work in progress video on a page on the page that we're coloring. I will let you know if that happens or if that needs to happen. The artist of the month will be replaced with the Coloring the Untouched, which is coloring from different books or different artists that I have in the corner that I have not purged out on Monday, that I have not touched or colored a page in. I am trying again for a no buy or a less buy this year, so we'll see how that goes. I will be doing short series, which if I have a page with little tiny areas, I will be coloring those as shorts and posting them as little series daily. Otherwise, I'll be putting out shorts of products that come in or other things like that. Reviews will be done as I get them in instead of just on Fridays. So keep an eye out for reviews as they come in. I will be doing a new series for beginners, so keep an eye out for that as well. I haven't decided what day that's going to come out, or it may come out once a week, or it may come out several times a week. Depends upon the questions that I get on different streams of things that people would like to know how to do. That would be called a work in progress, and yes, we do that all the time. I try not to have work in progresses, but there are some times where you just can't finish the page, Tiffany. It's one of those things that happens. But yes, I work in progresses are one of my nemesis. I really don't like them. They actually scream at me until they're done. But there are many in the community that have stacks and stacks and stacks of works in progress. And sometimes you just lose interest in a page, and it's perfectly natural to move on to another page that has a more interest for you. We will see how many work in progresses I have completely ignored and forgotten about because I lost interest in them when we go through the books tomorrow. It's very possible there on Monday. It's very possible that there is a lot of them. I don't know. I don't go through them. On the Facebook channel, there will be no more monthly events. The banner will be chosen from the pages submitted and posted to the group itself. Every 2 weeks, there will be a new banner. The final one is in Discord. We will have a weekly chat day. That's to be determined what day that will be, where I will be guaranteed to be in that chat room for a certain period of time. I will also be going in at other times as well. However, those are not going to be guaranteed times. Patreons, keep an eye on the Patreon group for an upload of a video documenting or telling you the changes on Patreon as well. And that's it. That's the craziness that my channel is going to be going through. I was going to talk about the to be colored, but I really don't know what's in the to be colored at this point until I start going through all of the books that I need to go through. So yeah. All right, guys. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. Of course, I will probably be on at about 3 o'clock Pacific Monday, because I want to finish it fairly early to get dinner done and all that sort of stuff. So it will probably be about 3 hours before my normal stream time. All right, guys. Thank you all very much for coming and hanging out. I will post that before it happens so that you have time to ring the bell and take a look at the time frame. Of course, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe. any YouTube artist that you enjoy. So anybody that you go to that really catches your attention and you enjoy watching, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. And of course, always, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye bye for now.